I love hosting parties, and I love having guests over and just feeding them all kinds of food, not only Persian food, which we love to cook around here, but just fun big appetizers that you can set out on the table so people can come and just help themselves. What we're gonna make today is one of my most famous appetizers that I make at almost every party, because you can make a big bowl of it. It's yummy, it's easy, you can make it the day before and set it aside so you're not scrambling, running around to make it on the day of your party. We're making Mediterranean Orzo salad. You only need a few ingredients for this: Kalamata olives, a red onion, feta or goat cheese, grape tomatoes, can't forget your Orzo pasta, fresh basil, and then a champagne vinaigrette and seasonings. Super easy to prepare. You start, we gotta get the Orzo going. Now, Orzo is like a very small Italian pasta. You can switch this out if you wanna make something that has, with just a little more density in the pasta, to use penne or rigatoni or fusilli, different pastas. But I love the grains of this because it's so little that it goes really well with the sauce and all the flavors. So come on over, we're gonna get this going. I already have a pot of water boiling, and we're gonna go ahead and just dump the whole bag of Orzo in. I already added a little bit of salt to this, and we're gonna drop also a little bit of olive oil. And we are going to let this cook. While that is cooking, we are going to now come and start to get all the ingredients prepped and ready in the bowl. So once the Orzo is cooked and ready to go, you just mix everything and you're done. So you grab a big bowl, and we're going to add the ingredients slowly to this. I like to use Kalamata olives in this. There are a lot of people who like to chop things with a chopper. Not me. For me, cooking is so therapeutic and so relaxing. There's so many people that say to me, you are like nuts. How do you cook and do the kids and do this and do that? It's because when I step in the kitchen and it's just me and food, for me, it's like a form of yoga. So I don't mind chopping things with my hands. Sometimes, like if I'm in a hurry, obviously, I'll use one of those chop dicers to speed up the process. But if you just get 1 can of Kalamata olives, probably could use, let's see if I have a little knife that might be a little easier to cut here. And this you can prep the day before your party, stick it in a little Ziploc bag, so then that way when it comes time to assembling the salad, it is quick and fast and ready to go. Okay. So we got a good amount of olives that are just sliced and cut, ready to go. We're gonna put these in a little bowl, and then we'll toss them in here with the pasta. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to cut up and slice our tomatoes. Let me just grab a little paper towel here to wipe down the board. So for these, grape tomatoes are my favorite, because if you start to cut a big tomato and stick it in there, the juice from the tomato is gonna smush up your pasta. So if you just cut these in half like this, they are the perfect, and you get ones that are a little firm. When you take a bite of the pasta salad, you get like an explosion of a tomato in your mouth. My friends like that. You get an explosion of a... Okay, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna quickly come back here because I hear my pasta boiling. We want this to cook, and then we're going to run this under cold water when it's ready to serve, so we can stop the cooking process because we don't want our pasta to get mushy. So let's come back over here. We're gonna finish cutting. And this salad is really, really good, like summertime, if you stick it in the fridge and it gets super, super chilled and cold with a nice glass of white wine. This is one of those things at my parties that usually go pretty quickly. Okay, so we have some tomatoes. I'm just gonna scooch those aside and put them to the side of the board. You can use feta cheese, or you can also use crumbled goat cheese. I like the feta cheese because it's salty, it's tangy, perfect combo with the olives, which are salty as well. The next thing that we're going to do, and we're coming to like the end of this, that's how easy it is. We're going to cut an onion. I hear my pasta going. I'm gonna turn down the heat on that pasta because I don't want my pasta to overcook. When that happens, it gets kind of mushy. And that's pretty much one of the things that when especially we entertain a lot, we love having people at our house. And people joke, for me, 30 people is like nothing, when we get upwards of 100 people, 150 people, I know it panics some people out, but this is why I love doing appetizers that are like this, that are made in big bulk, so you can serve them up either in one big bowl, you can put them in little appetizer cups. So this, I'm just finely dicing the onion. You can do this with a chopper. I almost feel like it's faster. Okay, so now we got our onion. We're ready to get our pasta. Okay, it's been about 6 to 8 minutes. Our pasta is cooked. I'm gonna grab a little towel. We're ready to strain this baby. Here we go. And we are immediately gonna cool this off with cold water. Putting cold water in there is gonna stop the cooking of the pasta. I'm gonna quickly just put a little bit of olive oil right in here because I don't want it to stick together. And we are almost ready to assemble the rest of the salad. All right, so we have the pasta that's cooked, ready to go. Put a little bit of olive oil in here so it doesn't stick together. Now all we have to do is just assemble all the ingredients that we've prepped, add in our dressing and our seasonings, and we are ready to serve. So with the salad, we get a big spoon. We'll start to incorporate the ingredients. We have our red onion. We have our grape tomatoes. We're gonna add our Kalamata olives. We're going to add feta cheese. And this is where we add one of my favorite herbs is basil. Oh. I went to Italy. I went to Italy for 6 days. I feel like I left part of my heart in Italy. And this is what you smelled over there so much. You don't really necessarily, like, I'm not a big fan of chopping because it breaks apart the leaves and the flavors. So what I do is just kind of roll up my basil leaves and I just take scissors. These are my kitchen scissors. And all I do is cut the basil leaves right into the salad. And you can smell it. Can you smell it? I can smell it. It smells so good. And that really adds to not only the color of the salad, but to the flavor of the salad. So let's just do 2 more. And you are so much closer to being done with this. This you assemble the day of your party and you're ready to go. So we have all your ingredients in here. The only other 2 things that you can add in seasonings, like I don't usually cook by recipes. I can't tell you add 1/8 of this, 1/4 of this. I just cook, right? And it's whatever you like and whatever makes your tongue happy. That is what you cooked for. So if you like salt, add more salt. If you like pepper, add more pepper. One of my favorite things is 21 seasonings from Trader Joe's. I use this on almost everything. We're going to sprinkle this with lots and lots of seasoning. I'm also a big fan of onion salt. We've already put onion in here. This has a little bit of the salt that we're looking for. Look how beautiful this looks. You can use any type of champagne vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette. If you want to make this a little creamy, you can even do it with like an Italian Caesar. But I love champagne vinaigrettes. We're gonna go ahead and pour that right on to the salad. And all we do is give it a little stir. And look at this pasta salad. Mediterranean Orzo salad. Have to add a little bit of pepper to it. Look at that. Is your mouth watering? Because mine is. Oh, so good. So good. And there you go. Let's have a party.